Etong ano guys, etong rotation na to, actually, ang kinagandahan dito sa ginagawa ng Myanmar, it's a little detail, pero, you saw the last wave, diba? So it's a little detail, pero this is one that can win you turtle fights. And this will allow Myanmar to snowball in this game. Myanmar is already taking the turtle. So, yung mga maliliit na details na yun, guys, it allows for objective takes like this. Hello guys, welcome back sa panibagong vlog. This time around, papanoorin naman natin ang nangyari kahapon sa laban ng Blacklist International or Team Sibol versus Team Myanmar. So mga magsasabi na hindi pa ako naliligo dahil same pa ako ng jacket. Gusto ko lang talaga itong jacket na to. Favorite jacket ko to, lagi ko siyang suot kasi sobrang comfy niya. And again, nandito tayo para panoorin ang laban ng Myanmar at Philippines, hindi para husgan ang aking jacket. Bakit natin papanoorin to? Kasi natalo ang Team Sibol sa Myanmar. Pero as the news have said, no, coming from some people na nanggaling sa Blacklist at galing na rin sa committee ng Sibol, hindi pa fully out ang Blacklist International. Okay, hindi pa fully out ang Team Sibol dahil may chance pa sila. I think meron pang lalaroing play-ins dun sa Bali, Indonesia mismo. So hindi pa naman tayo out sa IESF. Pero maganda lang panoorin kasi itong Philippines versus Myanmar kasi number one, marami tayong matututunan, and of course, yung Myanmar, meron din silang mga dalang baon against Blacklist International. So without further ado, ito na ang match ng Philippines at Myanmar. So andito na tayo sa game na mismo. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the draft unfold for both sides. Pero what we have here naman is yung heroes na gamit ng mga players natin. So, Philippines, they're on the blue side. So, their first pick. Myanmar, sila yung nasa red side. So, sila yung last pick or sila yung 2 picks sa first phase. Pwede natin gawin dito is hulaan kung ano man ang mga nangyari dito, no, for both sides. I feel like Philippines, they opted to go for the Faramis ban. Tapos, Valentina naman yung binan ng Myanmar or pwedeng interchanged. Tapos siguro Philippines nagban sila dito ng Julian or Fanny kasi mahirap din malaso ng Fanny lalo na di mo kilala yung kalaban mo, no? So I feel like Fanny, Julian plus 1 ban yung ginawa ng Philippines dito, and then Myanmar instead of banning out the Digi kasi binigay nila 1-1. So pag binibigay kasi yung 1-1, most likely wala yung Paramis dito kasi kinuha kagad ng Blacklist yung 1-1. Most likely ang nasa isip ng Myanmar dito is okay, wala na yung Valentina Faramis option. Pag binigay natin yung 1-1, tama. Pag binigay natin yung 1-1, makakakuha tayo ng +2. So most likely ang naging choice dito ng Myanmar is Akai plus Digi. Most likely that was the case. Either that or Akai plus Esmeralda. So either way, pwede mag-setup ng potential options pa ang Myanmar. Akai probably finished pick ng Myanmar to kasi ayaw nilang makuha ni Wise sa side ng Team Philippines. And then Blacklist, they opted to go with siguro I don't think na Akai Esme pala yung kinuha. Most likely baka nag-Akai Akai Digi yung Myanmar. Kasi what is the likely answer should be I would say Karina Matilda. Pero weird kasi pwedeng Balmond sana. Pero it's the same thing pa rin naman. So mahirap actually hulaan yung naging drafting picks ng Philippines. But I'm pretty sure this 1-1 is first pick. Yung Savior versus yung Savior matchup, mamaya pag-uusapan natin yan kasi super important to for this game. Pero dahil di na natin nakita yung draft, ang mapapanood na lang natin is yung game. Philippines, they're leading by 2 kills around 4-minute mark. So medyo kampante tayo for Sibol. Pero if you look at the gold lead, hawak ng Myanmar actually. 700 gold lang naman. Maliit lang naman. Pero knowing that they have Claude and Lunox, major threat to versus us. And I love the idea behind the Lunox pick. It's actually a decent answer versus the current running trend ngayon na puro tanky heroes, and Lunox melts these heroes down, no? Kahit pa mapakarina ka, mapabalmon ka, mapa-atlas ka, kahit sinong tanky hero natutuno kay Lunox, especially in the mid to late game. Ang kinaganda ng Lunox is meron siyang direct burst answer versus the 1-1. Kasi the thing about 1-1 is medyo mahirap siya labanan. And if you look at the lineup of Myanmar, ang ideology nung team fight nila dito is they can actually man fight versus the 1-1. Kasi yung weakness stacks, mahirap i-proc yan, especially when there's a digi around. When there's a digi for the side of Myanmar. So pwede mag-all out yung Myanmar during the team fight, and sila din yung may threat na magsimula ng team fight versus Philippines kasi if you're Sibol, you'd want to delay the fight up until such time na nagamit na ng Myanmar yung skills sila. Pero again, mahirap yun kasi ang daming burst damage din coming off from Team Myanmar. Nandiyan yung Claude, nandiyan yung Lunox, and actually pati nga yung Esmeralda ginagamit nila dito as an initiator kasi nga alam nila meron silang Diki. So panoorin na natin yung game para makita natin kung ano ba yung mga pwede nating mapulot from Myanmar as to how they were able to beat out Team Sibol or Blacklist International. Kasi yung kinagandaan kay Lunox, hindi siya basta-basta na-burst eh. Unlike sila Sicilian, sila Xavier, although yung Liliam, same archetype siya. Pero si Lunox kasi, as long as nakikita mo yung hero sa mapa, you're guaranteed to have a safe game for the Lunox. Lalo pat walang hard lockdown yung Team Philippines, no? If you think about how they engage into this Lunox, mamamatay lang si PX7 kapag naubos na niya yung spells niya. That's how he dies in this game. Aside from wala nang hard lockdown, meron pang digi. Kulang silang damage. Ito yung sad reality about 1-1. Kapag nag-decide yung kalaban mo na okay guys, timing na natin. Marami tayong damage. Yun yung medyo kalangkutan with regards to 1-1. And again, medyo mahirap for Kelwan or Oheb na makatalon or makalipad kasi nga may digi. Nililinis ni digi yung yung weakness stacks. Sinunod-sunod sila. Di sila pinagpahinga. 623 yung golden staff. And ito yung magandang playstyle, lalo kapag Claude comp ka. Kasi with 1-1, you'd want to be able to set up skirmishes. Pero if you're a Claude kasi, if you're Juno in this game, you'd want to be able to participate in fights. As in all out 5v5. So I love the fact na hindi naiwan si Juno sa may bottom lane. Alam niya na kailangan niya maging active para makalamang siya rito kay 1-1. Kasi kapag nakipaglaban, alam mo kapag nilabanan mo ng farm game, si 1-1, you're giving Team Philippines a lot of avenues for them to be able to play ahead. Pero si Myanmar dito, alam nila, full advantage sila ngayon. There's no stopping this Claude. Actually, there's no stopping their team fight kasi alam nila hindi makakalaban si 1-1 at this very specific moment. So talagang ginagamit lang ni Myanmar yung advantage niya. So within the time frame of 2 minutes, nakatatlong tore yung Myanmar and nakuha nila yung map control. Hindi nila mapapatay itong Lunox na to. Topang. Yan yung medyo malungkot with regards to 1-1. Kaya minsan may mga teams na binebait yung first pick 1-1 kasi they have this certain idea on how to deal with the hero. And I feel like Myanmar, they're fully aware of the ways to deal with the 1-1. Kasi the thing about 1-1 compared to Claude versus Claude. Si Claude kasi ang first item niya talaga DHS. And si 1-1 ang first item niya is Corrosion Sight. Usually yun yung nagiging difference ni Claude. Si Claude kaya niya mag-participate kagad after level 4. Basta hawak niya yung DHS. Si 1-1, the way you maximize the strength of the hero is to hold a lane, basically. Hold a lane or gamitin mo yung mobility ni 1-1 to fight certain matchups. But then again, you're into a Claude. Si Claude, walang pakialam kay 1-1 kasi here's the thing. Si 1-1, hindi niya magagamit mabuti yung strike niya versus the Claude. Why? Claude will always be able to clear up the wave. So, ang dating dito sa Myanmar is dead lane, tong part ng mapa ni Claude. Anywhere the Claude is anywhere on the map that the Claude is sitting on, hindi effective yung mga hero sa magpupunta doon kasi essentially dead lane yun. Kasi nga biniblazing do it na lang yung minion wave. So parang hindi ka makakapag-objective, and the most that you will get if you're Team Sibol with the 1-1, the most that you'll get is a potential pick off. Pero that's it. It doesn't translate into anything. Unlike what Myanmar did no during the past 3 minutes. From the 6-minute mark, they decided to converge on the lane of the 1-1 and then transition that into mid lane control and then top lane control. Kasi alam nila, hindi pwedeng sumunod si 1-1. At wala ring silbi si 1-1 kahit sumunod siya. So, this is Myanmar maximizing the advantage of their draft. And ang ganda nito, ang ganda nitong Diggy answer na to versus the 1-1. I feel like that, it will become a norm if ever teams decide to let go of the 1-1. Blue teams, no? Yung mga blue teams na pick ng 1-1, kailangan nila tanggalin yung Diggy. Or don't pick the 1-1 at all. Baka nga dumabot tayo sa point na Baka umabot tayo sa point na first pick Claude is a thing. Actually, nangyari yun ng MSC. Wala, di pinagpahinga si Blacklist. Ito yung talagang yung chino-choke ka na ng todo. Wala nang binibigay sa'yo kahit anong galaw. And in theory, wala rin kasi talaga magagawa yung Philippines. The only burst damage that they have is Savior. Yung poke damage nila hindi gagana versus Myanmar. Kasi the way that Myanmar fights in this game is look for openings. And si Philippines, kapag pinilit nila gusto nila mangyari, which is prod and poke, maharap ng Myanmar yung opening nila. Lalo pat hawak nila yung Diggy. Kumaga, nakakay-Diggy yung bola kung kailan yung go time ng team fight. Kasi, imagine mo, Philippines, sige, tatry nilang mag-initiate. Pag nakahanap si Myanmar ng opening, press times journey, pasok ka with the Claude, hanap ka ng pick off with the Akai, and then just let the Lunox, do his own thing. Do her own thing, di ba? Pwede siya mag-Ruby Didi. And walang magagawa yung Philippines sa kanila. Again, walang lockdown yung Team Philippines. And I feel like that's one of the crucial factors as to how other teams break Blacklist's gameplay. Usually wala talaga lockdown yung lineup ng Blacklist International. The way they play is by numbers. The way they win games is through numbers. Talagang yung Blacklist ang identity nila is ina-outnumber nila and ina-out team fight nila yung mga kalaban. Pero when it comes to games like this, na kahit mag-outnumber ka, actually disadvantage kapag sinubukan mong dalhin yung numbers versus Myanmar. Kasi mas maraming taong tatamaan ng Blazing Do It, mas maraming taong tatamaan ng Ruby Didi, mas advantageous for Myanmar. Kasi again, yung Myanmar, ang inaharap nila dito is one single team fight. Kapag nagamit yung Blazing Do It, tsaka yung Times Journey, if they don't win fights, then they lose. Yan. Tulad yan, di ba? Nakita nyo kanina. So, the only way that the Lunox dies is kapag wala ng skills and wala rin battle spell. Pero, again, they win the fight with one take, basically. One attempt. One attempt from Myanmar. If they win the fight, they win the entire thing. At ang crucial dito is actually mamatay yung 1-1. Yung 1-1 lang. As long as mamatay yung 1-1, there's no game for Blacklist anymore. This is a masterclass from Myanmar, I would say. And ito yung dahilan bakit Claude is widely considered as one of the best counters versus Ube's strategy. Kasi again, you love to group up. This is something that I talk about on my previous video. No, Blacklist, their first response when initiated by their enemy, they love to group up. They group up, and Claude just shines all through that. So I feel like at this point, Lolita, Diggy, Claude, these three heroes are the mecca or the holy trinity when you want to deal with Blacklist International. So yun yung mga yun yung mga pwede natin maabangan in the next few games of Blacklist. So moving on to game number 2. Ito finally kita natin yung draft. So they banned out Diggy, Valentina, and Beatrix. And I love this. I feel like Myanmar has a good understanding of how first phase draft works. So again, tinanggal na yung Diggy. It's also it's also an answer versus Blacklist International. Tinatanggal mo ng Hero si Venus. Wala rin yung Julian Faramis Valentina, wala rin Beatrix and Akai. So you go for 1-1 here and it's safe kasi walang Diggy. So I think the natural response here from Cebol or Blacklist International is you go pick up the Claude, right? Pero you go for other heroes muna kasi you can pick up the Claude on the third pick, on the third slot. Pwede kang kumuha dito ng, yan, mga burst damage against the 1-1. Pwedeng Sicilian, pwedeng Saver. Pero mas maganda yung Saver dito kasi mas safe. And meron kang poke, global poke. And ang ganda ng sagot ng Myanmar. This is telling us na tinetelegraph nila yung Blacklist International. Probably they've watched MPLPH. They picked up the Balmond. And the Atlas pick, again, it's safe, walang digi. And you also remove the Lolita factor. It's an answer versus the Lolita kasi every single time na kakasa ng Numenon Blast, etong si Oh My Venus, pwede mo siyang gamitan ng Fatal Links. And most likely Blacklist International will group up. Again, they will group up once they see Oh My V setting up for Oh My Venus setting up for team fights. They will group up and Simple will just have to use Fatal Links onto the Lolita. Pero ano pa naman, at this point, medyo fair pa naman yung draft. I just love the idea behind the Atlas pick. Hindi nila minadali yung X-Blade matchup. Hindi nila kinuha kagad yung Esmeralda kasi wala pang sense. Especially that they know that the Claude pick will be coming out from Blacklist International. So, parang sa perspective nila, guys, huwag muna tayo magmadali mag-Esmeralda. Even though nakaka-tempt, no? Kasi may Lolita, may Claude pick na parating. So, this is just them protecting what they have at the moment. And also, all the while protecting what they have at the moment, providing answers to the Lolita. So, Liliaban, warranted versus them. Especially when they have Lolita. Kawawa si Lolita sa Lilia early game. Kahit sabihin mo may bulwark ka, kahit mabablock mo yung mga bomba. It's very annoying during the clash. So, Natalia Ban, very, very good. Potential jungle pick for Blacklist. Good against a 1-1. So, I feel like you go... pwede ka mag-4 views, pero baka mag-Esmeralda yung Myanmar. Hindi ko pa napapanood yung draft nito, guys. Ang napanood ko lang dito yung game. Yung 4 views dito, potentially last pick. You go for a jungle right now. Jungler. Walang Karina. Di kasi nagdi-dirot jungle si Wise. Maganda sana yung dirot jungle dito eh. Probably back siya. Yun yung go-to hero nila dito for Wise. So, very telegraph pattern from Blacklist International. Again, I am watching this from a perspective na hindi ko pa napapanood yung draft. Ang napanood ko dito yung game. So, it is the same pattern that Myanmar is doing as with the pattern that is currently being held right now against Blacklist International, Deeds Pilipinas. Ito ang magandang pattern versus Blacklist. So, Myanmar has somebody that can draft against Blacklist International. Lunox pick. Ganda na Lunox pick. Versus Baksha. Good luck kay Wise. Again, hindi nila minadali yung Esmeralda. Medyo nonsense. And also, they need a front line that can deal damage against Blacklist International. Kasi the thing about Esmeralda is, pagkain siya versus the Claude and the Lolita. Kasi even if sabihin mo na, hindi, madidikitan ko yan. Yung slows nandyan, yung stun nandyan. Mapapagamit ka ng mobility para tumakbo. And versus sa Pakito, it's also the same storyline. Pero, if you group up with your teammates, you do provide the necessary poke for the Balmond to be a threat, to be really, really scary. So, yun yung kinagandaan dito sa Pakito pick ng Myanmar. Instead of going for the usual Esmeralda, kinailangan niya ng poke damage for the Balmond. Also, parang maganda yung idea ng Atlas Esmeralda. Pero the thing is, they don't need that wombo combo strat. The Atlas is meant for Blacklist when they group up. It's to disrupt the way that Blacklist plays, yung flow basically. So I feel like Myanmar has a solid understanding of how to play against Blacklist International. Most likely nag-research to mga to. Pinaghandaan nila tong Blacklist. Nanood ng MPLPH, napanood yung laro ng Omega, and made a lot of draft variants with regards to how they will play both first pick and second pick. So hindi maka-invade si Madam Christmas. The strength of the Balmond. Pwede mo siyang iwan mag-isa sa jungle, pero of course, kailangan mo siyang protektahan din. Delikado to Pagalingan mag-retry. Usually, di ginagawa ng blacklist to eh. So, nakuha niya without using the retribution. Pero, he's probably dead? No. So, maganda start ng blacklist. Medyo palpak yung retry ni Feiyan. Bigay. Kala ko kukunin eh. So, maganda start ng blacklist dito in this game. Probably, there's a lot of mistakes committed on the mid game. Pero ang kinaganda kasi sa Balmond, even if sabihin natin si Wise one full level ahead versus the Balmond, it's hard to out retry a Balmond around neutral objectives. Tapang nito. Walang kasi niya, Lolita lang sagot eh. Tapang ni Feiyan. Nag-i-invade. So yung turtle, walang retry si Feiyan, pero again may lethal counter. Let's see how they fight this one out. Etong guys, etong rotation na to. Actually, ang kinagandaan dito sa ginagawa ng Myanmar, it's a little detail. Pero, you saw the last wave, diba? Etong moment na to. This is how you play mid lane in this current patch. If you're the winner of the matchup, kasi Lunox wins the savior matchup, no? We'll talk about that later. Lunox wins the savior matchup. He clears the wave much faster. So, you can set up for the turtle. Problem is, you're just level 3. So, kailangan mo mag-level 4. Most people would circle back and go back to their own mid lane. Pero, this is Myanmar fully understanding that there's a lot of things to be taken advantage of on the XP lane. Kasi yung mid lane nyo, pwede mag-rotate ng XP lane. Again, there's an added XP on that lane. That's why it's called XP lane. Okay? So, yung tank, which is simple, if you look at the tank levels right now, Madam Christmas is level 3, Simple is level 3, pauna to mag-level 4. Whoever gets level 4 first, for both sides, no, will have the advantage on the turtle. Kasi, you suddenly have 4 heroes that are level 4, no? Yung lahat na magpapakita sa turtle, level 4. So, Atlas, Balmond, Pakito, and Lunox. If they share this XP on the XP lane between the Pakito and the Lunox, they would still get level 4. And Simple, all he needs to do is clear the minion wave in the mid lane, and he'll get level 4. So it's a little detail, pero this is one that can win you turtle fights. And this will allow Myanmar to snowball in this game. Magle-level 4 si Simple dito. Actually, hindi do sa wave, pero do sa passive yan. Level 4 na siya. Lunox is level 4. Pakito is level 4. Look at the levels on Myanmar. 4 level 4s. And look at the levels on Philippines. Level 4 si Kel, level 4 si Wise. Actually, hindi pala kasama si Claude dito kasi hindi naman siya sasali sa turtle fight. Medyo malayo yung presensya niya. So, level 3 si Haji, most likely will get level 4. Madam Christmas is level 3. I'm not sure if nag-share sila ng XP on that moment. Hindi pa nakiklear ni Haji. Now he's level 4. But, it's too late. Myanmar is already taking the turtle. So, yung mga maliliit na details na yun, guys, it allows for objective takes like this. And Philippines, alam nila na lugi na sila. Si BLACKLIST International, they have a fundamental understanding of how objectives work. Hindi sila nakapwesto sa turtle dahil late sila kumuha ng levels at dahil kanina pa binabanatan ni Balmond yung turtle, they just have to give it away. They have to trade. Yun naman kinagandaan sa Sibol. Again, nasabi ko to on my previous video tsaka sa mga tweets ko, ang hirap kalaban ng Blacklist kasi lagi may trade. And this is one of those trades, no? Alam nila na, okay guys, wala tayong turtle, pero lahat sila nandito sa may turtle. Okay? Yung 1-1 na naiwan sa top lane. So ito yung pwede natin banatan. So 1-1 dice. Okay. Which is a good thing. Kahit pa paano may trade. If you're Myanmar, not gonna be happy with that. Pero it's a 1-1. So, it will become a problem later on. Lalo pat sa heroes ng Sibol. And at this moment, hindi pa ganun kalaki problema si Claude. Kasi, the main concern with this game, kaya sa perspective ni Myanmar, hindi malaking problema si Claude, is nakasprint si Kelwan. So, the thing about Claude's sprint, yes, you can move around fights, you have mobility, pero kapag ikaw ay nahuli ng Fatal Links, or na-knock up pa ni Pakito, suddenly yung Blazing Duet mo, either makakancel or wala ng kwenta. kasi you will run away. You will try your best to run away. So you will use this sprint to just run away. So yun yung dinidictate ng Myanmar dito. I'm not saying that it was a bad choice of a battle spell. I'm saying that there's repercussions. And sa perspective ng Myanmar, ito yung repercussion na pwede nila i-punish. So at this point, wala silang pake kay Claude. Basically, ang trato nila kay Claude, walking blazing duet na pwede nating patakbuhin. Dahil hawak natin yung Atlas. So yun yung perspective ng Myanmar. So dito actually importante na rito yung mid lane matchup, no. Both sides naghahanap sila ng pwedeng gawin sa mapa. And in this mid lane, kailangan nilang galawan yung Lunox. Pero again, the main problem that you have with Lunox is it's a target that's very hard to take down. Lalo pat meron siyang Order of Brilliance. So, sa perspective ni Haji, farm lane to, basically. Walang sense para pumunta yung mga tao dito kasi we're not gonna be able to take out the Lunox. Wala tayong hard CC. Although meron tayong hard CC, pero wala tayong hard lockdown and hard burst to take out the Lunox. Baka mamaya papatay niyan. At may sustain pa si Lunox. Pero sa perspective naman ni PX7, this savior is a food pag iniwan ng mga tao. Like for example, pag kunari lang, si Madam Christmas, rumatay sa ibang lane. Si PX7, ang tingin niya rito kay Haji, pagkain. Lalo pat naka-flicker din yung savior ni Haji, no? Pwede siyang habulin ni PX7 kasi may flicker din yung Lunox. So imagine if magkatapat sila, mag-darkening si Lunox, and then mag-flick out si Haji, mag-flicker lang din yung Lunox. And sa perspective ni Myanmar, although flicker burned yon, medyo hindi worth it, okay lang kasi again, hindi naman nagdi-dictate ng tempo tong ang nagdi-dictate ng tempo ng game is yung mid lane. Dito sa game na to, specific game na to kasi wala kang i-expect na mangyayari sa dalawang side lane, di ba? Mid lane is where things will happen. So may pinagkaiba ng treatment dito, no? Philippines, this is a lane that they just need to clear. Si Myanmar, they have an opportunity to kill heroes in the mid lane. They have the Lunox, and this Lunox can punish the savior heavily. Hirap patay ng Lunox. No? Kita nyo yung ginagawa ni Simple. Ang pakay niya lang is mang-cancel ng mga bagay-bagay. Buti nga, hindi nahuli si Haji. Late sa clash si Oheb. Actually, ba't siya late sa clash? Okay, nag-clear pa siya. Ito yung mga classic player mistakes. I feel like maganda yung back away niya kasi alam niya pwede siyang patay nung one pag na-stackan siya. At lalo pat may corrosion set na rin, I believe, si Juno or baka wala pa. So, ito yung mga classical mistakes. Although some would say na hindi pa naman naka-DHS si Kelwan kaya nonsense lumaban. Pero alam mo yun, yung presence lang dito would have helped Blacklist and National. Pero I don't think it would have changed the outcome of the fight that much. Talagang outmaneuvered lang yung Blacklist dito. So, si Sibol wala siyang choice kundi maghintay talaga. Hintayin yung power spike ni Oheb, yung DHS, kailangan niya yung DHS. So, again, both side lanes, wala talaga mangyayari dito. And I love the confidence play from Feiyan. Look at where the Balmond will go after this, no? Napatay si Wise. First thing that he does is go to mid lane and then walk over towards this purple area. Yan, nakita niyo yung mouse ko. And this is because, again, si Venus ay kita sa may top lane. So, alam nila, pag ginawa natin tong invade na to, walang gagawin ang Philippines. Especially that the lanes they have are all passive, no? Yung Phobius medyo passive, yung Claude super passive. So alam nila ang tulong lang ng mga galing ay kay Haji, which is negligible at this point kasi medyo wala pang gagawin yung savior against sa Balmond. Mind you, against sa Balmond, literal na walang gagawin talaga si Haji dito. And this allowed Feiyan to have control over the levels and the XP that is on the map. Resource control to from Team Myanmar. And ang ganda rin ng movement ni Boss Milk, no? Talagang binabackupan niya yung galaw ng Balmond. Level 8 si Balmond, level 6 si Wise. So, nakasayo Numenon Blast, pero nakuha pa rin ni Fei yan with the lethal counter and retribution. Again, very hard to have an answer for that, especially with 2 levels behind on the jungler of Seaball. And then, Simple just does this. Nakakairita yung lunok, sobra. Ito yung medyo malungkot, wala pang damage yung Blacklist. They have no damage. And ang daming pokes kamera from Myanmar. In a way na nakakatulong dahil may Balmond si Myanmar. So parang sa perspective ni Sibol, mahirap talagang labanan. Mahirap talaga labanan yung Myanmar. Actually, hindi natin kailangan pag-usapan, no? So, when I say that Lunox wins the matchup versus Saber, this is why. Lalo, ang mali ni Haji doon, nagbitaw na siya ng Dawning Light. Hindi naman si Lunox, pero he still went in for the attempt on the kill. Hindi pa tumama yung isang Ganda ng outplay ni PX7. Bira to kasi yung dalawang skill ni Xavier eh. So, counting the cooldowns, walang may bawat si Haji at that point. Si Boss Mick, ang dulas na to, sobra. Ganda nung ganda nung dash out. Pagtalon, dash out. Nice. Pagtalon, first kill. Nice. Ganda nung juggle ng shield. Sakto rin yung champ stance niya. Grabe mechanics itong taong to. Dulas. Nakita niyo nakita niyo yung recall niya? Nasa isip niya, teka may flame shot tsaka may Dawning Light. Hindi pwede itong ginagawa ko. So kinorek niya kagad. And save himself. Ooh. And sadly for Edward, wala na siyang ulti nun. At this point, Myanmar, they have full control of this game. It has to come down to it has to come down to Simple making a mistake with the fatal links. Ito yung sinasabi sa inyo kanino. Sa perspective ni Myanmar, there is something in this mid lane. Sa perspective ng Philippines, there's nothing in this mid lane. Kailangan lang maklear. So there's a difference when it comes to making moves on the map. Kaya makikita nyo, ang kadalasan ginagawa ng Blacklist is they keep on making moves on the gold lane. Kasi wala silang magagawa dito sa mid lane eh. Protektado din Lunox to. Essentially dead lane din to sa perspective ng Blacklist International. Kasi they can't do anything against the Lunox. And ang ganda nung ginagawang decision ni PX7 na talagang hindi niya iniiwan yung lane. So next fight, Turtle, 2 seconds. Level 10, si Fayan. There's no way in hell that Blacklist takes this. Uy, napatay ni Oheb, 1v1, yung 1-1 sa top lane. Good job. Level gap pa siya nun Ito yung poke na sinasabi sa kanya kanino. Hindi kaya gawin na Esmeralda to Actually, kagawin na Esmeralda to, pero ano yun? And I would say mas mabilis mag-clear ng wave si Paquito versus Esmeralda. And mas reliable kasi for Esmeralda to clear a wave much faster, kailangan niyang ulti yan Si Paquito, ulti niya saglit lang So 723 golden staff. compared to 623 nung game number 1. Much faster pacing si Myanmar nung game 1. Pero at least they have the Claude right now. Oh, grabe si Simple. By the way, ang ganda ng ginagawa ni Boss Milk na talagang hindi niya tinatantanan to si Oh My Venus. Ayun yun, hindi niya talaga tinatantanan. Basically, parang yung trabaho niya dito is pang sagot kay Venus. Parang Esmeralda pa rin naman yung nalaro niya, pero much better lang this time around kasi may poke ka, may mobility ka, and also, you are a nuisance in a team fight. Uy, winners kagad. Hindi nagtipid si PX7. Ayun oh! Guys! Tignan nyo si Simple. Okay, nag-commit na ng Luminon Blast, pero tignan nyo yung tignan nyo yung perspective niya. Okay, tsaka lang siya naglabas ng perfect match. Tignan nyo yung tignan nyo yung i-go niya. Ganda nung set. Kasi mag-group up yung Blacklist eh. Eh no? Diba? The first thing that they do is group up. Actually, medyo maaga yung Luminon Blast, I would say. And maaga din yung ultimate ni PX7. So, parang both sides, medyo napaaga lahat ng mga bagay-bagay. Kasi hindi pa naman mamamatay yung Lord. Nag-Luminon Blast kagad si Blacklist. So, there's no choice here but to fight. Actually, ang advantage dito is C-ball dapat. It has to come down to the position of Oheb. Si Claude. So, hindi siya tinamaan ng Fatal Links. May Blazing Duet. Pero nakalipad kagad yung 1-1. Ito yung gold lead factor ng Myanmar. Tsaka yung Lunox nakakairita. Grabe yung focus ni Fayan sa Lord, oh. Lord talaga siya. Na sila dito? Na gold lead factor sila. May advantage siya items yung heroes ng Myanmar. Nakapag-stack agad yung 1-1 din dito eh. Kaya nahirapan din sila. Nakalipad ka agad si Juno. Fatal Links kasi. Saktong-sakto yun eh, oh, paglipad. First kill. Lipad ka talaga malala. Sakit na nakuha pa rin yung Lord. Oh, heblang buhay. Aray! Aray ko! Grabe yung map awareness itong mga taong to, ha. Tingnan, sa sidestep pa yan. Tingnan sa mapa. Sidestep. Yung flicker direction. Dulas. Late yung Luminon Blast, pero sa perspective kasi ni Venus, di kailangan i-commit. Pero nung napakommit na siya, kinailangan niya din i-flicker. Medyo awkward lang yung direction ng flicker. So, alam mo yun, parang isang bagay na okay na sana, kanila na sana. Pero dahil sa perspective ng isa, pwede magtipid ng skill. It's not a mistake from Venus. Magaling lang din talaga si Milk. Maganda yung mechanics niya. Ang mali doon actually, kinumit pa yung flicker. You should have let it go. Pero medyo kasi, medyo despair moment for Sibol eh. Na parang sayang na binuhusan na natin na skill, i-all out na natin, pero mas nasayang lalo. Pero tama naman kasi Venus, walang sense i-commit kagad yung Luminon Blast doon, pwede siya mag-hold. Ang ano lang is dahil hindi namatay, napakommit sila lalo. So madedelay yung ano nila, madedelay yung timing sila and medyo mawawala ng kit si Venus. Pero okay lang naman kasi yung flicker niya. Mabilis lang naman mag-cooldown, naka-PYT naman siya. PYT is pull yourself together. So ito yung mahirap eh, nag-group up na si Blacklist. Gives a lot of free farm to, to the 1-1. And syempre, map control na din. Mas marami na pupush na lane si Myanmar. And walang teamfight na nangyayari. So overall, mas malaki yung nakocover nilang area. Mas malaki real estate ng Myanmar. Walang damage si Haji. Oh! Grabe, malatsak na yun ah. Malatsak na yung galaw na yun. Kasi simple guys, simple. Tinamaan siya ni Wise. Ah! Sakto pa, sabay pa sila ng Ruby Didi. Ng Ruby Didi ni PX7. Oh my god, ito mo, Ruby Didi, Fatal Links. So again, medyo awkward na to. So kahit may Blazing Duet pa si Kel1, offline takbo na lang siya. Sprint, Blazing Duet. Pero napatay siya kagad ni Balmond. Ano sila eh, nahampas sila eh. Fatal Links, Lethal Counter, Pass. Oh man. Gaganda ng decision making ng Myanmar. Honestly, etong moment na to, again, ito yung mga despair moments sa Blacklist International. Okay guys, I hate to say this, but Blacklist made a huge mistake in chasing out Myanmar for 2 reasons. Number 1, they need to defend their mid lane. And number 2, there's no point in trying to fight here kasi walang minion wave. Diba? They could have just held their ground. So yun yung medyo malaking error on their part. And you need a clean team fight. You need to have a good opening. And alam mo na kailangan makapag-set up muna si Venus. And chasing into an Atlas is never a good idea. So again, I completely understand where Blacklist is coming from. Medyo despair moment to. And most likely talagang gusto nila makakuha na isang magandang clash. That's why they chased out. Pero they could have done that in the middle lane. You can argue na pwede silang masatan ni Simple on the under the tower. It's not gonna be that simple, no pun intended. It's not gonna be that simple for the Atlas to just set up in the middle lane while Blacklist is defending. Pero in this specific instance, you gave the set to Simple. So this broke the formation for Blacklist International squad. Ooh. Grabe. Grabe tong Myanmar. So it's not entirely parang sabihin to. It's not Myanmar crushing Blacklist per se. It's also them capitalizing on what data is available to them, like yung drafting pattern, yung mga existing games of Blacklist International, and also it's them using new strategies versus Blacklist. Again, yung DE versus the 1-1, and also having this incredible team fight versus Blacklist International. But it's also Seaball making a lot of mistakes. So that's where I feel like this loss is coming from. But again, it's not to say na pangit laro nila or anything. It's not to say na it's not to say na hindi tama yung tingin nila dito sa match. It's just that again, Myanmar was just fresh. They were just more fresh compared to Blacklist. And that's it. Diba? Lumamang sila sa strat, lumamang sila sa research, lumamang sila sa data, and that's the natural way of competition. Lalo pat ang daming existing games ng Blacklist International. So, coming into this match, may advantage talaga si Myanmar. They're more fresh. Blacklist is on a resting period, diba? So, they came into this match on a higher pedestal compared to Blacklist International. So, pero ang kinaganda naman dito is for Blacklist, there's a lot of things to learn from this game. There's a lot of things to take note that Myanmar is doing that they're not, diba? And it's also a point of improvement for Blacklist International, which I believe should make them stronger in the upcoming MPL days. But also, it gave an idea to other MPL teams as well on how to deal with Blacklist International. So this is gonna be much more interesting, especially with MPL's last 2 weeks, I believe. So medyo magiging interesting yan kasi marami pang mga matitinding makakalaban ang Blacklist International. So that is it, guys. That has been my sort of reaction, analysis, and review of this game between Myanmar and Philippines. And I hope that you understand a lot of things. You learned a lot of things and you enjoyed watching this video. So again, sa mga nanonood dyan, maraming salamat. Do not forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel and also follow nyo na ako sa aking mga socials at MDNYT97. It's for Facebook, Twitter, IG, and TikTok. And I'll be seeing you on my next video. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you. Thanks so much.